So I'm finishing putting the layers of paper on my pinata. This one's going to be a Johnny Jump Up, but I used condoms as balloons, again, as I do with all my pinatas. And these are donated to us from the food bank. Sometimes there's no food in the pictory. Sometimes they have rolls of funnies stapled with the, what do you call them, the crosswords, and James likes to do the crosswords. As you can see, his answers are in there, or maybe you can't. But anyway, so sometimes we pick the paper. So even the paper is thanks to the food bank that I'm able to do that art project. So, there we go. And I should have showed you this. I've added to our supper with the baby potatoes, the broccoli, the Romanesco broccoli, and cheddar cauliflower, which doesn't have cheddar in it. That's the type of cauliflower. Anyway, I've added this stir-fry vegetables, which was also given to us by the food bank, and it has asparagus, carrots, green beans, cauliflower, yellow zucchini, celery, onions, and mushrooms. So I didn't cook green beans today like I did yesterday because they were already in this stir-fry, and I cooked that instead. So now, as I was finishing cooking and getting James out, this wrapped up the story of medieval England, but I have to go back and watch some of it. I did overhear in the last disc that she referred to King Arthur as an English king, not a British king. Do you have any thoughts on that, James?
Oh, she talked about it. In other words, he's been appropriated, and it's using the modern kind of goofy sense of the word by the English. I don't find it, I'm mainly Celtic extraction. I don't find it terribly offensive. People think they're rather these traditions. It's funny because they took a lot of things away from the Celts, particularly their land.
Well, they tried to take the throne there for a while. They had that stone.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then
they had it.
Yeah, they had it.
So
I guess they
was only
tried
returned in modern times.
Yeah.
As I recall, but something like that. Like if you appropriate it, you're not really. If you appropriate land, you can't really share it. It's a zero-sum game. But when it's culture, it ain't a zero-sum game. So if they want to, it's language is the classic example of that. It's part of culture. And there are certain groups, I don't know what they're thinking of, that don't want their languages recorded, and the grammar. They don't want a grammar written. They don't want a bubble. They don't want a dictionary published, and there's at least one native group in North America that's like that, and whatever they decide to do, it's their business. But I'm part Native American, part Black American, part a variety of other things. I don't understand it, I've got to say, because if someone shares your language, I consider that a strength. I consider it a privilege. And generally, culture to me is that way. I figure anyone who doesn't believe, if someone shares your religion, that's kind of powerful. Now, if you appropriate their religious sites, and there's one religious group that has done a stunningly impressive, depressing job of stealing religious sites, desecrating them, holding on to them, and building their own monuments and stuff like that, which are in many cases wonderful. But they tend to be the so-called people of color. They aren't nearly as colorful as some of my ancestors with black Americans and stuff like that. And really, you look at people that are like them that have been Christians in in North America, and they've done well, very well. So check out Salma Hayek and Paul Anka and Ralph Nader and Edward Said, half of them, and there's a whole slew of them that come from a particular country in the world, and they've happened to do pretty well for themselves in the United States. John Sununu is another one. They come from different parts of the political spectrum and stuff like that. They've been university professors, Ivy League professors. They've been teen heartthrobs. They've been advisors, presidents, and I'm not talking about presidents of the Elks Club and stuff like that. I'm talking about presidents of the United States. They've been consumer advocates, and is something like idols for people of a left-wing persuasion, things like that. So, yeah, they all shared a particular religion that wasn't a majority in the place that they come from, but was the majority of in the United States, and or it was at one time in the United States. And so the color didn't seem to make much of a difference in the United States. When you're really colorful, shall we say, in the United States, it's been a problem, and it still is. But if you're half really colorful, you actually had a chance of getting elected, a very small chance of getting elected president of the United States. And that happened in my lifetime. And I'm talking about Obama. Americans actually elected half a black president. So, yeah, the Americans are, some of them are racist, many of them are racially prejudiced. I draw a distinction between those two words. I like so many of my putative left-wing colleagues, I love nuance. And unlike them, I try to practice it. So get to work then, roll up your sleeves, and start trying to practice nuance, okay? Nuance. Distinguish between things the way I'm kind of distinguishing in maybe a slightly ironic fashion between the two syllables in nuance, trying to make it simple for putative left-wingers. Come over and join the light side and stop being on the dark side, okay? And incidentally, stop othering me and other people like me that actually question left-wing assumptions a little bit.